How Elon Musk hires employees. Elon Musk is notable for being one of the greatest visionaries of our time. Most entrepreneurs strive to capitalize on small opportunities that exist in the world, but Musk has grand ideas that can drastically change mankind. He has established or been intensely involved in futuristic companies like PayPal, Tesla, SpaceX, SolarCity, and Neuralink. According to people who have worked closely with Musk, he keeps a hand in the day-to-day operation of every company he runs, including being involved in hiring. Word is he aims to interview everyone who SpaceX brings on board and had a same approach during his time at PayPal. Elon Musk personally interviews candidates himself with his distinctive strategies to this day and for certain high-profile positions. Recently, SpaceX is hiring candidates, and the CEO even tweeted that his company requires professional technicians, builders, engineers, and essential support personnel in and around southern Texas. So with this, he anticipates to bring in thousands of people this year and next year to scale his company to a higher level. You can think how technical his way of hiring candidates will be. In a 2014 interview with Autobuild.tv, Musk told the interviewer that what he's looking for is evidence of exceptional ability. Did they face really difficult problems and overcome them? And of course, you want to make sure if there was some important accomplishment, were they really responsible or was someone else more responsible? Usually, someone who really had to struggle with a difficulty, they really understand it and they don't forget. Given the complicated and demanding situations Musk's company takes on, it should come as no shock that he recruits people with strong problem-solving capabilities. What's intriguing, however, is he goes one step deeper to make sure the candidate was truly the one who found solutions to past jobs. He also told the interviewer that he asks detailed questions that help him learn about what the problem that was experienced and how the solution solved it. Musk also described what he was looking for. You might think for a moment that he was looking for people with expertise in rocket propulsion or any number of state-of-the-art engineering specialties. Intriguingly, he wasn't. Instead, he mentioned 4 traits that he thinks are critical for anyone looking to build a great team. A super hardcore work ethic, talent for building things, common sense, and trustworthiness are required. The rest we can train. Finding, seeking, and developing top talent is one of the single massive challenges faced by any growing business. Hiring the wrong people can cost them in terms of both time and resources. That's why it's worth understanding what characteristics actually contribute to making a candidate a top performer. If you think your academic qualifications can make you eligible for any of the positions, then you're making a big mistake. Musk popularly criticizes the conventional education form as a means to find and field top talent. He basically said that college is for fun and not for learning. It is a general requirement for businesses across the nation for professional degree certification as a tool to find talent, but this isn't the case with Musk, as he believes that skill matters more than degrees. Musk gave this incredible answer when asked about the significance of a college degree. There is no need to even have a college degree. If you look at people like Bill Gates, Larry Ellison, and Steve Jobs, these guys didn't graduate from college. An anecdote on Quora from an old SpaceX intern further evidences that Musk doesn't care much for a person's academic achievements. The young man was meeting with Musk about continuing his internship and was second-guessing himself for mentioning his community college background on his resume. Musk never noticed it and even told the intern, "You've been here a while and you wouldn't have been if you weren't any good. You've had a lot of people vouch for you." Musk gave a lighthearted insight in an interview with the Henry Ford into what he seeks for when meeting an applicant. He stated that he generally looks for a positive attitude and went on to say that it's very important to like the people you work with. Otherwise, your job is going to be pretty miserable. He then said that people have been fired from SpaceX for being problematic to work with. Being a good team player is the most common job requirement, but it's absorbing that a company that looks for the brightest minds has a no-jerks policy. You can quite literally be the most amazing rocket scientist, but Musk will have no interest in employing you if he gets the gist that you might be rude to colleagues. That goes to indicate that a collaborative work environment is there, even in the most flourishing companies. Even though Musk attempts to hire friendly people, he's notable for being an intimidating person to interview with. People say he'll seem disinterested and ask brief, pointed questions. Marissa Peretz met with him for a recruiting position at Tesla and stated his questions are meant to give the candidate an opportunity to prove their value. She said in an interview with Business Insider that Musk asked her, "What makes you the right person to build my company? Why should I trust you?" Peretz didn't understand the question to mean that the interview had taken a turn for the worse. She saw it as a chance to pitch herself and give an all-embracing statement of her capabilities to do the job. For a short time period, riddle-like brain teasers were famous in job interviews. They were made famous by Google, but the company eventually stopped asking them after getting to know they were ineffectual. Even though this kind of question has fallen out of favor, Musk is still notable for asking the brain teaser question during interviews. You're standing on the surface of the Earth. You walk 1 mile south, 1 mile west, and 1 mile north. You end up exactly where you started. Where are you? According to popular mechanics, the North Pole is the most given answer, but the South Pole is also a solution. The intent of these types of questions is not necessarily to compute the candidate's intelligence by seeing if they give the correct answer. Rather, you can get a sense of their problem-solving capabilities by noticing how they arrive at a solution. However, Musk is attempting a little of both when he asks this question. He wants to observe if the candidate thinks about the problem from every angle and comes up with both the obvious and uncertain answer. Even if your firm isn't in the business of constructing rockets, this might be one of the more undervalued characteristics. First of all, building things can indicate one of several things. In Musk's case, he was literally talking about building things, as in building rockets. The job that he was giving at the time was production jobs, but I don't think this quality is limited to hands-on assembly. But it can also signify people who are very good at looking at what needs to be accomplished and putting together a plan to make it happen, even from nothing. Musk, of course, also prefers his employees to have common sense. The problem is that it's often a rare commodity, and it's very hard to teach. I mean, it's literally true that common sense is, unfortunately, not very common. It's worth mentioning that Musk closes by suggesting that you really don't have to have any knowledge about rockets. The rest we can train, he stated. That's accurate for every business. If you seek to discover who have these traits, you can almost always make them learn how to do a specific job. More significantly, however, you can't train these 4 characteristics, which is why it is so crucial to find the right people to begin with.